Although I have a civil responsibility with the authorities in the United States of America, I have a moral responsibility as a son or daughter. I'm assuming that you follow the civil responsibilities of driving under the speed limit and you made it here without getting a speeding ticket. Okay, that's the responsibility. But then we have also a citizenship beyond this world. The challenge is, what does that mean? How do I navigate this? Because what I feel is different from my citizenships. Does that make sense? The way she makes me feel, the way my boss or the government of these riots or racism or even the church, the Bible, I'm confused. I don't know exactly what to do. My son used to come to church. Now she doesn't want anything to do with church. How do I deal? Because I know he's saved, but then, is anybody following what I'm saying? What do you do? What you do is you embrace the mindset where the authority is found, which is the Bible. The Bible presents life as an overlapping of eras. The era of evil and suffering and the era that is to come. The era where Jesus is born and Jesus operated for 33 years. The era where the kingdom has been established, but this kingdom is partially and temporarily ruled by the prince of the air. Anybody tracking what I'm saying? Yes, I'm fully saved, but I have not been fully transformed into his image. So Peter is speaking to a group of people who are fully saved, and yet they're still yielding and practicing sinful passions, sinful desires. What do you do when you're going through that? Look at me for a second. This is what you don't do, and then this is what you do. What you don't do, you continue the perpetuation. You perpetuate this mindset of moralistic therapeutic deism that if or since you have come to Jesus, Jesus is my cosmic butler, that he's supposed to help me to navigate or dissipate or erase the tension. So if I'm a follower of Jesus, I shouldn't be feeling what I'm feeling. I shouldn't have the struggles that I struggle with. If I'm a follower of Jesus, why am I going to X, Y, and Z? That's not the gospel. What the gospel is that when you come to Jesus and you're going through the dispersion, through the persecution, through the difficult things, you must remind yourself that the promise is that he will be with you until the end of your life. The promise was that since he is your shepherd and you find yourself in between eras, you find yourself in between the citizenships, that you're struggling with, once again, I'm fully saved and yet I'm struggling with this. I know I belong to Jesus, but then I have this situation emotionally and maybe financially, and maybe my body is breaking down with illness. Whatever you find yourself, listen to me. This is the moment where you, through the supernatural power of Jesus, that you allowed the Spirit of the living God lead your life in the context of tension. Is that, here's the beauty, is that you learn that although he is my shepherd and I shall not want, although he leads me through still waters, green pastures, it is exactly the same shepherd that sometimes is the one that leads you to the valley of the shadow and death.